Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cascadia Inswinger. I'm Eddie Smith with my co-host, as always, John Floresca. And they made us eat our words again. Vancouver is on an upward trend, and they were able to get all 3 points out of RSL, and we can't be happier for this one. John, what did you think of this match?
I'm very happy with the scoreline. Vancouver is becoming relevant again. Uh, all I can say is Freddie Montero, Freddie Montero, Freddie Montero. I have to keep putting his name out there because of how badly I bashed on him a few weeks ago. He got the start over Lucas Cavallini, which shows that Mark Dos Santos has come around to the fact that Freddie Montero needs to be on this team and needs to be on the field for this team. He did say before the game, Mark Dos Santos came out and said that he was probably in the wrong with his evaluation of Freddie Montero and is actually upset with the fact that he took this long to start playing him. But he's not going to make that mistake again. He puts Montero in the starting lineup and he gets 2 more assists this game. That gives him, 3 assists and 2 goals in the last 2 games. I think that heading into this stretch of the season, this is a good time for Vancouver to be finding their stride. Do you think that this is going to lead them to a playoff berth, Eddie?
Well, they're in a playoff spot right now. This victory actually jumped Vancouver over Portland in the standings, over LAFC for a little while, um, until they were able to play their matches. Um, Still, Vancouver holds the seventh spot over the eighth seed LA Galaxy. It's interesting to see LAFC actually out of the playoff picture right now. But Vancouver has five wins on the season right now, and if they just continue on this trend, then they'll be good to go.
Yeah, they're trending hot at the moment. Winning on the road is definitely going to help them, especially considering the rest of their games are outside of BC Place. We'll get more on that in our schedule show that you'll catch later. But they're going to need to win on the road. There's no other option for them. They're not heading back to Vancouver the rest of the year. Uh, Another good sign for this Vancouver squad that came out of this game is David Milinkovic got his first goal for the Whitecaps, being one of their big signings over the offseason. They've been waiting for him to get on the score sheet. So with Cavallini getting on the score sheet a couple weeks ago or a couple games ago, and now Milinkovic, they've got all of their main players getting on the score sheet. That's exactly what you need to see. Vancouver went up 1-0 in the 53rd minute. Shortly after that, Kyle Beckerman got a red card. Not surprising to see. Kyle Beckerman's gotten quite a few of those in his time. It was actually a second yellow for kicking Hasal in the head. Wasn't malicious. It was just unfortunate timing. But you would think that Vancouver at that point would hold out for a 1-0 victory. They gave up a goal in the 81st minute to Justin Merrim, and it looked almost like a catastrophe. You're playing a man up. You shouldn't be giving up a lead. But Cavallini comes in as a sub, and Freddie Montero dishes him for the assist in the 84th, and they were able to take those 3 points with them back home, I should say.
Would you say that Vancouver was a little bit lucky to come out with 3 points in this one, seeing that they were outshot 25-8?
That's
That
going to be
the
Vancouver soccer.
Yeah, I was going to continue saying, though, out of those 25 shots for RSL, only four were on target.
Mm-hmm.
That is incredible right there, how they can be uh, that inaccurate. Also, RSL had 63% possession to Vancouver's 37%, and an 85% passing accuracy to Vancouver's 74. So when you look at the stats, it looks like um, RSL was better on paper, and it from that it looks like Vancouver was kind of lucky to get away with the victory in this one.
Yeah, I mean, for Vancouver, it's not going to be pretty. They don't have a team to play the style of soccer that Toronto plays, to play the style of soccer that Seattle or LAFC play. They don't have the pieces in the midfield to make that happen. they have the pieces on this team to get nitty-gritty wins like the one that you've seen. So I wouldn't be too concerned with the stat sheet. Like you mentioned, the shots on target is more of a tell than the actual shots. If you're forcing RSL to take 25 shots and only 4 of them on target, they must be shooting from some really bad locations. And you'll take that any day of the week. They also, when you look at, I'm a huge advocate for looking at the missed chances. That tells you how many actual opportunities were created by both teams, and because that's a missed chance is considered when the player had a better chance of making the shot than missing it, like they should have put it in the back of the net. And both teams had only one. So if that number was higher for RSL, I would consider it a lot luckier that they walked away with points. But they kept that number to one. Uh, so I don't think I would say that they shouldn't have walked away with 3 points. But if you look at the stat sheet, it definitely wasn't a fun game for Vancouver to watch from a
Yeah.
fan perspective.
Another thing from a fan perspective, now that you bring up the fans, there were supporters in the stadium. And what do you think about RSL letting supporters into the stadium? I think there was about 3,000.
Some stadiums are doing it around all sports. You're starting to see some fans starting to trickle in. I know that the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, are allowing a small number of fans. There was a couple other stadiums around the league. I don't have them all in my head, but some of them are doing that. And I expect um, maybe to see more teams try it. However, I'm not following too well the coronavirus numbers, but it seems like lots of places are going up, so maybe they won't open it up. I think it really just depends on the area, and Salt Lake City seems to feel that they're safe enough with their coronavirus numbers to do that. Obviously, I don't think it's the right fit for every team. I don't think bigger cities like LA should be allowing fans, or Seattle, or any of those bigger stadiums that are going to have a lot of people, because then it's just going to spread faster. But that
Yeah, I
aside,
think,
the soccer's there. That's what makes me happy.
yeah, exactly. As far as the numbers go for the supporters, I was going to say I wouldn't think that any of our Cascadia clubs would be a fit for allowing supporters in. Vancouver, obviously, because they're not allowed to play in Vancouver. Seattle and Portland, because they're constantly, I mean, all three clubs are constantly packing the stadiums. But you have so many supporters for the three clubs, you can't just say only a few of you are going to get in. I know that Dallas is one club that has let supporters in as well. So it's just interesting to see, I think.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward for Vancouver, they've got another game down in LAFC. LAFC gets 3 straight games against Cascadia opponents. They played Portland, then they played Seattle, and now they're going to get Vancouver. So they're doing the Cascadia 3-step. You know, with the basketball, they're always talking about the Texas 2-step, Texas 3-step, playing all those teams down in Texas. Well, we got the Cascadia 3-step going on. LAFC beat Portland 4-2 in their last showing. Seattle crushed them 3-0, and now they get Vancouver. Uh, this is not your everyday RSL type team for Vancouver, so I don't think this one's going to go as well for them. What do you think?
It's going to be an interesting one. If you look at the series matchup, uh, the two teams have played 2 games, it looks like. I'm looking at the stats right now. And LAFC has a win and a draw against the Whitecaps, with LAFC scoring 8 goals. Uh,
You're looking at the 2 games they've played in LAFC.
oh, at
Actually,
LA. Yes, yes,
they've
yes.
actually played 4 times, the other 2 times in Vancouver, and they split those games as well. Vancouver won one and LAFC won one. So all in all, it's LAFC has 2 wins. They have 1 draw, and Vancouver's won only once. But you did mention the big one. The 6-1 defeat is their most recent on July 6th of 2019. Vancouver just got destroyed in that game.
I don't see that happening again. Um, I think that Vancouver will tighten up a little bit in the back. They'll make sure that they're not going to get blown out uh, against LAFC. That being said, it's not going to be an easy task to come away with a point. Um, it's definitely going to be a tough one. I really want to get on the bandwagon for thinking that Vancouver is going to get all these victories, but I think two in a row is going to be where it stops, I think, for Vancouver. I don't see them getting any points out of this one.
Me either. LAFC, I keep saying they're trending up. They haven't shown it on paper. They keep losing games, but they're getting healthier. And I've said it in previous shows. Atuesta is back on the field, not starting, not playing a full 90 yet. But as he gets healthier, this LAFC squad is going to start to function again. They are going to start to play better. Seattle was their big hit most recently, so I could still be wrong with that, but I it's hard to count this LAFC team out after all that they achieved last year to say that when they have the right players on the field that they can't run over teams 6-1 like they did against Vancouver. I don't think they're that LAFC team this year. I highly doubt that it's going to be a runaway. I think it would be a really close affair, 2-1. Uh, Although Freddie Montero is playing out of his mind right now, so I really hope that Freddie Montero can make some magic happen and pull Vancouver to a victory or even a draw. That would make me really happy to see. But I'm going to continue to root against Vancouver because when I do so, they prove me wrong. So I'm going 2-1 LAFC on this one.
Yeah, I would love to see them make you eat your words again and make me eat my words for this show in particular. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think it's going to be probably a 2-1 scoreline. I do think again that Montero is going to have a say so in that uh, lone goal for Vancouver, but I don't see 3 points coming out of this for Vancouver, which, to be honest, I think is okay with what's going on in their scheduling. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. For those of you looking to check out this match, it is tomorrow at 7:30. It will be broadcast on ESPN Plus, YouTube TV if you're in the LA area, TSN up in Canada. I probably won't be catching too much of this one because of Seattle Portland happening at the same time. So unfortunately, I'll have to watch the replay. I'll probably try to catch as much of this one as I can during halftime or even during some breaks. But maybe I can convince my screens. I can get my big TV to play the Cascadia matchup and my side screen to play this one. But even then, it's hard to turn my eyes away from that Seattle Portland matchup.
Well, you said tomorrow as in Wednesday,
Yes, good
whenever
point.
you are watching this show. Uh, I'm definitely going to try to catch this one. I finally got my uh, phone subscription all set up so I can watch the Vancouver match, and I will have Seattle Portland on my TV and Vancouver on my phone right in front of my face so I can watch both matches at the same time.
That's how we love it, our Cascadia soccer. We hope you guys get to catch this game. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your predictions, your score lines. Let us know what you're thinking about Freddie Montero and Lucas Cavallini and how that dynamic is going to work out. Other than that, like, subscribe, and until next time, go Cascadia.